Alright, for this one, you're going to customize the quick access ribbon. And so for this, we're going to go to File, Options, and then the Quick Access toolbar, and then choose Commands from, and then All Commands. And what we're going to do on this one, I actually already have it built in, but I'm going to show you how you would do it. You would select Paste Values, and once you add it as paste add your the feature that you want in the Quick Access toolbar, in this case Paste Values, Excel is going to assign a number to it. So we'll go over to Excel and I'll show you how that works. Alright, so again, I'm going to go over to File and then down to Options. Within Options, I'm going to go to the Quick Access toolbar and I'm going to select under Popular Commands, I'm actually going to select All Commands. And then if I scroll down, I should see, if I keep going down to P, I have Paste Values. And again, I already have it added, but what you would do is just go ahead and click Add there, and it's going to tell me I already have it. Fine, okay. And what I can now do is if I hit the Alt key, I can see that there is a number 6 up there at the top associated with the icon for Paste Values. So let's use that. I'm going to copy this number, which is a formula right now, and I'm just going to hold down Alt 6. And just like that, I have done a paste special value without having to do Control-Alt-V, enter. I just had to hit Alt 6. And you can do that with anything that you want by adding shortcut or adding features to that quick access toolbar and then turning them into any shortcut key that you could ever want. Alright, that was a lot of shortcut keys. So let's return to our slide deck and just do a very quick recap. There are a ton of great built-in shortcut keys in Excel for a variety of needs. I've tried to highlight the ones that I feel like are the most important and that will save you the most time. There are additional ones out there though. We also talked about ways to create your own shortcut key, and we talked about 2 different ways to doing that. And I do want to emphasize again that the only way to master these is by practicing them. I like to talk about the Karate Kid method, and that is Mr. Miyagi having Daniel-san go out and wax his car, and he'd be making the motion of waxing it on and waxing it off and painting a fence and moving up and down. And really with shortcut keys, it's the same name of the game. It's using your fingers the same way over and over again until it's so locked into your muscle memory that you're just flying around your spreadsheets without having to think about what you're doing. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to talk about here is bulk changes. And so the first thing that we're going to talk about is flash fill. The next thing will be our double click fill. And then finally continuing a series. So with that said, let's I didn't elaborate much on that here, but let's jump into Excel and take a look. Alright, so here I've got a bunch of data, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this zip code essentially out from my data. So I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to paste it over here in Ship Postal 1, or my postal code. And what I want it to do is pull out the postal code of each of these rows of data. Trying to do that manually would take forever, and trying to write a formula that would do it also seems pretty hard. So I'm going to go ahead and have that there. And just with that one item there, I'm going to hit flash fill. And you'll notice that Excel did an okay job, but not a great job of pulling out that postal code. So let's try that one more time over in Ship Postal 2. I'm going to do the same thing to start. I'm going to copy that content from right here, paste it in, but this time I'm going to give Excel a little bit more information. I'm going to copy this other postal code and paste that in here. And with this, now Excel has a little bit more to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my flash fill again. And this time Excel does a great job of pulling in that postal code. And I'm able to get out the information I need without having to write a crazy formula or have to do things manually. This is, I think, is a great feature. It's essentially Excel machine learning, and it's something that I think can be very, very helpful. If I scroll back up to the top here, I'm going to go to my total column, and for this I want to create a formula that just says equals F2 times G2. And once I have that, I'd be tempted to kind of grab this and start dragging it down. Rather than do that, you can simply get this little square in the bottom right hand corner and double click on it, and Excel will take that same formula and bring it all the way down. The other really neat thing with fills is continuing a series. So I'm going to move off to the right here where I have a little bit of space, and let's say I want to start with something that says day 1, day 2, and I'm trying to do that for each column header. I can start it off and then use kind of click and drag, and it's smart enough to know that I want to add one more day each time. Also, if I want to go January, February, just with that information I can drag it over to the right and it knows what I'm trying to do. Even here, if I want to drag straight down, it knows that I want to be doing my months. And so these different ways to continue a series are very helpful features in Excel. So we'll jump back over to our slide deck to move to the next section. And that is other bulk changes. So the examples we're going to look at here is inserting multiple rows or columns. We're going to go to blanks, change multiple tabs at once, hit Control Enter to enter things all at once, look at the Format Painter, and also our Select All button. And so again, we'll look at that and look at it in Excel. Alright, so for inserting multiple rows or columns, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down Shift and just move over a few different columns here, and then use my Alt-IC, and it actually knows and is smart enough to insert the same number of columns that I had selected. So for now, that's good to know. I'm going to get rid of these, delete them, make them go away. If I want to do this with a mouse, I can click and drag and select a few different rows, hit Alt-IR, and now I have some space that I have allocated for rows, rather than having to go Alt-IR, Alt-IR, Alt-IR all day long. The next thing that I want to show, I'm going to delete these out. There are times where you have blank spaces within a table of data, and I've got a few here, and it's hard to always find all of them. So I'm going to hit Control A to select my entire range of data here, and then what I'm going to do is hit Control G to bring up my go-to menu. I'm going to hit Special, and I'm going to hit Blanks. What that does is it finds all of the blank cells within my range of data, and for this I want to add that it's United Package, and I can hit Enter, and well, that's pretty good. I can do that one by one. Or if I want to do that again and hit United Package, rather than just hitting Enter, I'm going to hit Control Enter. And by holding down Control when I press Enter, it goes to all of those other cells that were selected, and it knows to add the same content in those cells as the one that I am actively editing. The next thing I want to talk about is changing multiple tabs at once. So if I go up to my very top here, I see there's nothing in cell I1. If I go back a tab, I can see that there's nothing here in I1 either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm going to click on this Bulk tab down at the bottom. So now both the Fill and Bulk tabs are selected. And I'm just going to go here and I'm going to type in multiple. And I'll hit Enter. And if I go over to my Bulk tab, I can see that the same word was entered there as was entered on the Fill tab. If I want to get rid of both of them while they're both highlighted, I just click there and hit Delete, and now they're both gone. So I'm going to click off of these tabs in order to make it so I'm not selecting both of them. But being able to add data on multiple tabs at once is really a helpful feature. The next one that we're going to look at is the Format Painter. So I'm going to go over to my Home key, and here in Format Painter I essentially grab the format of any cell I'm looking at, and if I click once I can change the format to whatever it was above. The other thing that's nice with Format Painter is if I double click, I then have it kind of stuck in Format Painter mode, and I can click on multiple cells and keep on doing this as much as I want. To get rid of that, I just click on Format Painter again, and I go back to regular cell selecting. The last one that I'll show on this is clicking in this top left corner, and what that does is it selects everything on the spreadsheet, and I use that a lot when I'm trying to modify the column widths. So I'll do that, I'll double click here, and it adjusts all of the column widths on my sheet. Alright, so again, thank you so much for your time today, and hope that you've enjoyed it. I want to emphasize one last time that the best way to learn these shortcut keys and tips and tricks is by practicing. So hopefully you get a chance to do that, and those are some things that I've tried to do in the trainings that I've prepared to help people to get that muscle memory built. So thanks again.